Hi guys, it's Tracy in Australia, and I have popped in with a project share. It consists of two parts: this box which I've created and then a small journal which fits in the box. So I made this box with what started out as a canvas. I wanted to have a play with some silicone molds that I have. This one I have had for years, and I always knew it would be a forest themed project, and I thought this year I am going to use my molds and do things that I have wanted to do for ages. So it started off as a canvas, and then I thought I'd really love to use it in some way, and I went through my things and found this box, and it fit perfectly on the top, so I just went with that. What can I say about it? I've used lots and lots of different things to create texture. I've got the molds, that's what I started with, and then I filled in using a variety of things. I had laces and creepy cloth and bits of doilies that I dyed with inks and sprays. I had little gum nuts that I'd found while out walking, and then I needed some little mushrooms, so I made those with paper clay. I had these bits of plastic foliage in my stash, and they actually look awesome on there, little bits of fern. What else is in there? Oh, one of my favorite things is this fake moss, and this one here. It's so realistic, and it just adds a pop of color. And then I even added in some gold flaking to give a little bit of enchantment. So down here there's a little jewel piece, and there's a couple of others. It's not coming up that well, but around this piece there are actually some metallic paints and a little bit of glitter. So on the side, I actually knew I wanted it to look like a tree. I tried a couple of different things and nothing worked, and then a friend of mine suggested using real bark. And so this is actually from a tree in my garden. It looks fantastic. It's been on here for a month. I was worried about how the lichen would hold up, but it looks fine. And I added some of the faux moss to tie it in with the front cover. So then I had to make my little journal, which measures 7 1/4 by 5 inches. It has 2 signatures which I've sewn in. The cover is soft, and it's actually a piece of wet felting that I did many years ago and didn't use for any other purpose. So the tie is just some leather thonging. I put these little leaves on to decorate, and then this gorgeous vintage button, that's actually mother of pearl. Inside the felt was brown, and I really like that contrast. 2 small signatures, 4 pages each, and I used 3 different kits from 3 different shops on Etsy, and I will link those in the description box. So I wanted it to be very much a dark forest, mysterious. I love how these are foregrounded, and then anything could be happening up the back here. So I have used little bits of glitter. They don't show up on the camera, which is a bit disappointing, to give that little bit of mystery as well. So there's quite a few pockets. This is a journal for me, and it's going to be a place where I put things about the dark forest. So I love, if you follow me, you know that I love researching about things and finding out, you know, the facts about things or little interesting bits. And so to that end, these are illustrations from the late 1800s of children's fairy stories, because of course they're very strongly connected with the dark forest. So this one is actually from a French painting. They actually call Little Red Riding Hood Little Red Cap, and I absolutely love the colors in this painting. This was Grimm's Brothers, and the story is Snow White and her sister Rose Red And this bear, of course, turns into a prince who marries little Rose Red, and this mischievous person causes a lot of problems. This is actually an early illustration from the story that became Goldilocks, which is really, really interesting. And I much prefer those old stories than the Disneyfied ones that we get today. So this is a piece of acetate to make this window, and I love how you can look through and see, you know, further down the forest, and then you go like this and it brings the bear into a close-up. I did add some die cuts, ivy die cuts to the side, just for a little bit of difference, and you can see the gold foiling there, and there's little bits of glitter here. I decided that I would use the journal to display some of the photos that I took last year when my husband and I went to Tassie for a holiday. Absolutely loved the cool temperate rainforest there, and yeah, took quite a few photos. I like the idea that there can be hidden things to look at in the journal, and as I said, little treasures and things that I find. So this is a little card. It had an owl on it, and I often pick up feathers when I'm out walking. That's from an owl, and the two pieces behind are actually illustrations from different versions of Hansel and Gretel. And I love this idea. They're two scared children in the forest, and then the story that develops from that. And those old stories were definitely a way of passing on life, things that we needed to know about life. Another Tassie photo. Love these lanterns. I've added glitter in there. They really remind me of Tolkien's descriptions of the elves and where they live. Little bits of glitter here. Again, another illustration that I really enjoyed. These are actually quotes from one of my favorite novels, which is Joseph Conrad's The Heart of Darkness, and in that he goes down a river in the jungle. So another acetate window, and this beautiful mossy tree, turned that into a card, and behind it a beautiful dryad illustration. Dryads are nymphs that look after the forests and woodlands. So again, that idea of a little hidden doorway in the forest, and there's a little picture behind that. Some more fungi. Some more photos from Tassie. And again, you can really see here in these digital pages that idea of a path in the forest. And you're always told not to stray from the path, but that's when the interesting things happen. Because fairy stories were about overcoming hardship and journeys, and often involved magical animals and things that were found in the forest. So poem from Wordsworth about collecting nuts in the forest, and that's one of the things I really like about the European forest, that you use it to forage. One of the kits that I used was called Druids, and had gorgeous images in it of Druid figures. I love that idea. Just a little bit of gold down there, and then a little bit of glitter. Again, more Tassie photos. Another acetate window, and behind that one is this tree, and you can actually leave that or have the little figure in there. Another little piece, I think that one's a Tolkien piece. Little fox tag, And these were little ones relating to squirrels and nuts, collecting nuts. As you can see from some of the tags that I've made, I love mossy trees. And this is actually one from my local area. These are Antarctic beech, and I saw them as a child on a school excursion, and they are actually Gondwana rainforest remnant trees, and some of them are up to 2,000 years old. So I just really, really love that idea. Quote from Nietzsche: "I am a forest," and these are different cultures have different stories about trees, and this is the Norse ash tree, the world tree. The Celts revere lots of different trees, and I love learning about all those. A little pocket here for treasures that I might find later. Again, just that old mossy tree. This is a piece from one of the kits, and I love that image. Really reminds me of the Amazon series, The Power of the Rings, which is a Tolkien, what's before the Lord of the Rings, and this reminds me of the characters, the Harefoot, and I absolutely love the costuming of those characters. Some of the animals that you meet in the forest. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's a Russian painting of a folk figure, and they're riding a wolf. So I just love the stories that come from all of the different cultures, and how there's very often the same story but slightly different, and lots of animals, and those stories of journeys and overcoming hardship. And of course, I absolutely love unicorns, so I hope to find some really nice pieces to put in that little pocket. And that's it. I love this one at the back. Love the frame. So that's it. That is my little journal that is forest themed, and I hope you've enjoyed my project share. So I hope to see you again soon.